Hi everyone, and welcome to yet another fan-requested unboxing. I've actually lost track on how many people have asked us to unbox this, so here we go folks. As promised, The Legend of Heroes Trails in the Sky Premium Edition for the PSP. Thanks once again to Xseed for taking a chance and releasing another Falcom game. Same guys that produced all the Ys games that I've been raving about ever since we started this. This is actually the fourth Legend of Heroes game to show up on the PSP. And I'm not sure the chronological order. If I remember correctly, don't really think this is actually part 4. The Legend of Heroes has been out for quite a while. There was actually one on the Turbo Duo many years ago, which was supposed to get a sequel, which never came out because the Turbo Duo was dying at the time. But this is another very traditional JRPG, if you want to use that term. So again, not for everyone. I always recommend to people, the Final Fantasies and whatnot are pretty obvious, but on games by Falcom, they're a little bit of a unique taste to them, but I desperately want everyone at least to try them out. So you know what, let's just crack this sucker open and see what's inside. Now I've been forewarned by a fellow YouTuber that I'm going to have problems with the flap just like I did on the Ys games, so let's see if it comes true. Actually, let's, to delay it a bit, let's check out the back there. Some, again, some absolutely gorgeous artwork. As always, we expect nothing less at this point.
Yeah, it's a nice foil backing as well. God bless you, Xseed. God bless you. That was nothing, Mike.
Yeah, that was actually much easier than I thought. We have the game, and like the Ys games, a soundtrack as well. Did they? No, unfortunately no artwork on the back. But you know what? Let's do something I didn't really do with the other games here. I'm going to bet, if I was a betting man, that they gave this CD a really, really nice silkscreen cover here. Which they did.
Nice, and we got some nice art here, and I'm kind of interested to see if we got anything else in there. We got something.
So we've got the beach scene,
which seems to be prerequisite for every single anime game out there.
Yep, there always got to be the female characters in bathing suits for everyone, which I'm definitely not complaining.
I was about to say that's quite all right.
And oh, that's a nice little touch.
Yeah, that is a nice touch.
And that's quite a few tracks for a selection soundtrack.
Yeah, but they're probably going to be like 30 seconds long, right? No, just joking. Go Xseed.
And I've said this a million times, I know I sound like a broken record. Man, there's a reason why I just love Japanese art. It is absolutely gorgeous. Alright, so we got the game, we got the soundtrack, and one other little thing to show off that came in here. So those are the overworld map, and I wish every RPG would release maps. Back in the 80s and the early 90s on Super Nintendo and NES and Genesis, it was actually standard for RPGs to give these giant maps. But nowadays, it's just not. You just don't see it anymore, so...
GTA does it.
That is true. That is true. So maybe Rockstar should be making some RPGs. And the coolest thing about this is not this map, it's what's on the other side.
Hey,
which is
nice.
Again, this is actually the cover they used for the Japanese version, which came out years ago. And I remember when it first came out, I was extremely tempted just to, even though I knew I wouldn't be able to understand it, because I still have yet to learn Japanese, but to buy the Japanese version. But I wussed out and actually forgot about this game up until now. But glad Xseed released it in the US. Alright, and here is my Legend of Heroes collection, starting off with the one on the Turbo Duo, which I mentioned, and the 4 parts on the PSP. The good news is, if you're collectors out there, these ones can be had, at this point, pretty dirt cheap. So pick them up, and make sure you get the special edition of this one, and the TurboGrafx version. Awesome. Just awesome, awesome, awesome. The worst voice acting you've ever heard. It's great. Thanks a lot, guys. And one other nice little thing bouncing around in the box there. Thank you, Paulo, for letting me know that was in there.
Look at that. Look at that plastic bag. Oh, Mike, don't do it. You may get lead poisoning.
There we go. Cool little pendant.